awareness is about looking inward. Social awareness is about looking outward using your self-awareness skill sets. Social awareness is your ability to accurately pick on the emotions in other people and understand what is really going on with them. This often means perceiving what other people are thinking and feeling, even if you don't reciprocate the same feeling with other people. When you are in an emotionally escalated situation, very often it's easy to get caught up in your own emotions and forget to consider the perspectives of other people. When we lack social awareness, we become more emotionally blind and emotionally deaf to what others are feeling. We ignore the emotions of other people. And along with that, we ignore their pressing concerns and demands and needs that are behind their emotions. So when we lack these skills, we become more self-centered, we become selfish, toxically narcissistic, lacking empathy, highly opinionated, and socially disconnected and unapproachable to people. To become socially aware, we need to quiet down the chatter in our own minds, stop talking, and start listening and paying attention to what others feel. You need to see others' point of view. And it is by listening, noticing, observing, and practicing empathy, we can collect more information about what's going on around us. And that means a lot for social awareness skill. To deepen our skills, we need to understand the different dynamics of social awareness. So let me talk about 3 of them here. Different dynamics of social awareness. There are different dynamics to social awareness. 1 is having an understanding about others' emotions. 2 is empathy, and 3 is social intuition. Now let's look at how we can develop social awareness using these as tools. Understanding others' emotion. You see, we have the ability to understand emotions, needs, and concerns of other people. We are actually gifted, naturally gifted in this area. We are biologically wired to feel what others feel, except in the case of sociopaths or psychopaths. Scientists and neurologists acknowledge there is an existence of mirror neurons in our brain, which allows us to understand other people's actions, intentions, and feelings. And as it turns out, our mirror neurons fire when we experience an emotion, and similarly when we see others experiencing an emotion, such as happiness, fear, anger, or sadness. That's why you can cry at movies, laugh with your friends, feel compassion to the needy ones, and to feel that rage whenever somebody is going through injustice, and so on. The easiest way to understand what others think and feel is to listen to them. When we engage in non-judgmental, active, and reflective listening to better understand what others are trying to communicate and why, or when we see others' point of view, we are mindfully engaging with other people's state of mind. We can pick the emotional cues of what others are going through with what they say and express both verbally and non-verbally. Just as your own emotions provide a ton of information to other people, the emotional expressions of those around you also give you a wealth of social information. This makes transparent two-way communication possible, causes one to confide trust in others, and build relationship with ease. This makes us very sociable. The question is to what degree we are socially aware. The self-reflective question to ask is, first of all, do people approach you with their concern? Are you an approachable person? Do you show warmth to people? Do strangers feel comfortable to talk to you? Are you a good listener? Can you understand what others feel? Are you an observant of how others feel because of your words and deeds? Do you observe the consequences of your behavior on other people? And the more you engage in self-reflection, you will discover more about your social awareness in terms of understanding what others feel and why they feel in that way. Try to measure your social awareness, and if you think you lack them, work on those areas to improve this skill. The skill is very, very important for your relationship building and networking, which is very essential, again, for your personal and professional success. Social communication is an important part of your daily life and relationship, and being able to interpret what others feel and how you meet their emotional needs is very crucial for relationship building both at home and at work. But to become a better listener and to engage socially and to build relationship, you need the next skill, that is empathy. Empathy is the strong foundation for social awareness. It takes an empathetic heart to feel what others feel and then understand their needs and concerns that are hidden behind these feelings. Empathy is your ability to understand another person's views and feelings. It is to walk in someone else's shoes and to see the world from their perspective rather than your own. It is about sensing what other people are thinking and feeling, to be able to take their perspective using your capacity for empathy. Empathy helps us to communicate our ideas in a way that makes sense to other people, and it helps us to understand others when they communicate their point of view with us. It is one of those foundational building blocks of great social interaction and quite obviously a powerful stuff to practice. Empathy is now considered as the number one skill for interpersonal effectiveness and leadership in the corporate world. And it is a skill that can be developed, even though most people have lost the practice of that skill. Some people have noticed this. Some people have excellent flair for natural empathy. They can just pick up how someone is feeling just by looking at them. Some people have only a tiny amount of natural empathy and won't notice unless someone screams or yells or being annoyed at them. That's when they notice what is going on with other people. But most people, I know, they lie somewhere in the middle and understand how someone else is feeling is only a part of them, only part of their time. Empathy is very different from sympathy. Empathy goes far beyond sympathy, which might be considered feeling for someone. Empathy instead is feeling with that person through the use of imagination to connect with that other person's story. Number three, social intuition. Social intuition is your ability to pick up social signals from the people around you. This will make you a social animal, helping you to seek and receive help when needed. This is the part of you that help you empathize with people you haven't even met. It's more like that social empathy. You will know who needs help. You will be able to sense and understand what others are going through. You can respond to those who are distressed, and you can understand their need. And this evokes that feelings of compassion, kindness, and humility within you. This awareness makes you give a helping hand to strangers who are in need. So social intuition helps you understand your surroundings and situations better and practice your responses accordingly. This allows you to form your responses according to the social context you are in. Let's say you have a minor accident with someone dashing your car and there's a scratch on your vehicle. You may be disappointed and you encounter that person. As you encounter that person, your behavior and responses begin to change based on who that person is. If you encounter an old person or a handicap or a pregnant lady or a drunk driver or a rash driver or a regular person, your approach changes. Or your approach changes as you're relaxed because you have insurance covering that accident, or you don't really bother that small scratch after all. So your response is based on the context of that situation instead of a ready-made reaction to a situation. That's your social intuition at work. With social intuition skills, you can understand the mood of a place when you walk in. Once you have mastered reading the cues and emotions of other people, you're ready to read an entire room. It may sound daunting, but it's what you have already learned about social awareness, just on a larger scale. You can sense the tension. You can sense the energy in the room, energy in a place. And if you're highly skilled, you can even light up a room as you walk in. When you possess a great degree of social awareness and social intuition, you can read the situation very well, and you can even mediate people and diffuse situations that are turning hostile. Overall, social awareness lays the big foundation for all your people skills like communication, interpersonal effectiveness, conflict management, networking skills, leadership, and many more, like building trust and solid relationship with people. So it's a great skill to pick up, and in the next chapter, you will learn a great deal about how you can develop social awareness.